I tell us, Leo, this film's gonna be as delicious as this drink. Not bad, old sport. Not bad. Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy, and I just got back from seeing The Great Gatsby. So the story of The Great Gatsby follows this character by the name of Nick Carraway, who works in stocks, and he's kind of like the voyeur of the entire movie. He sees people doing all these different things, but he's never really a part of it. He uses the phrase within and without. And he moves to New York all naive and optimistic. He meets his cousin Daisy, and while he's at his cousin Daisy's house, this girl who kind of resembles Zooey Deschanel if she was a little bit taller mentions the name Gatsby, and this kind of intrigues him. Like, who is this person Gatsby? He hears all about this. Then he gets invited to a party by Gatsby and meets the fellow man Gatsby. That's quite a good summary, old sport. Now, I've been looking forward to The Great Gatsby for a while now. Ever since it was supposed to come out in December, then it was pushed back to May. I was like, man, I wanted to see it because not only does it star one of my favorite actors of all time, Leonardo Dicaprio. I mean, he kills it in this movie. But it's also directed by Baz Luhrmann. It's his first movie in maybe 7 years. The last time I heard that he made a movie, it wasn't that great. But for those of you who don't know who Baz Luhrmann is, he directed films such as Romeo plus Juliet and Moulin Rouge, which I'm a big fan of. And before I went to go see this movie, I've been hearing a lot of reviews. A lot of people didn't like it. But in my honest opinion, guys, I really like this film. I mean, yes, this film has problems, but every film has problems here and there. But for me, the pros outweigh most of the cons that I had. Take my first pro, for example, Leonardo DiCaprio. Kills it in this movie. This is the most relatable and most vulnerable I've ever seen Leonardo DiCaprio. Because most of the time he'll play really that calm and reserved character who knows what he's doing. He gets all the ladies. In this one, he does get all the ladies. He is calm and reserved. But there's an element to Gatsby where when he first sees Daisy after 5 years of not seeing her, he just acts all weird and just jittery, and I related to his character that way. I mean, just imagine if you loved somebody for so long and then you met them 5 years later. You would not know how to react. You'd be scared because you want to make a good impression after 5 years. But that shouldn't worry you, old sport. You're Leonardo DiCaprio. He carried this movie and I loved him right off the bat. In fact, I enjoyed most of the acting in the film. There's only one person that I kind of was just about, and that was Tobey Maguire. I mean, he wasn't bad in the movie, it's just that his character was kind of blah, and when he was doing some of the dramatic scenes, I couldn't help but laugh because when he's screaming, he doesn't sound menacing at all. I could never see a guy like him play a superhero in a movie ever. But Joel Edgerton kills it, Carey Mulligan kills it, the girl that kind of reminds me of Zooey Deschanel if she was taller, she kills it too, and my goodness, she is... oh my god. I just wanted the whole movie to be about her, honestly. I just wanted to see more of her. I found the story very compelling and I love the atmosphere of the movie. I mean, it really felt like it was the Roaring 20s. I mean, crazy ass parties, people driving and just like dancing in cars. I mean, it really emulated the 1920s. I love the ending. It has this really somber feel to it. It kind of reminded me of the ending to Moulin Rouge. In fact, I think that's the one reason why I kind of appreciated this movie. It kind of reminded me of elements of Moulin Rouge, except the style of the movie kind of was a bit much, and we're gonna get into that. So we talked about the good qualities of the film. Let's talk about some of the bad. The first problem that I have with this film, and I know what he was trying to do, I know he was trying to present this like grandiose, larger than life party atmosphere that the 1920s was, but the visuals really took away from the story. I mean, at one point, it really just felt like the movie was very style over substance. I mean, they're showing all these grand shots and, you know, the party scenes, which were awesome to look at, but it kind of detracted from the movie. I mean, I was more interested in the story than I was with the visuals. I mean, the visuals, they were nice to look at, but I wanted a really strong story, and I got an okay story. I mean, it could have been better had the focus been more on the story than the style. Some of the characters, especially the secondary characters, you don't really see them much, and I know in a book you have more time to really flesh them out, and you only have like 2.5 hours to flesh out some of these smaller characters, but I would have loved to see more of them, especially since they do play key elements to the story. And had the film be more geared towards telling the story instead of, oh, look at all these spectacles, maybe we might have got more of these characters. And that brings me to the music of the film. Now, the film has songs from Jay-Z. Great rapper, I enjoy some of his stuff, but for me, although it does match the tone of the scene, it just felt out of place. I mean, what, they couldn't play any swing music, no jazz, no Charleston? I mean, it's the 1920s, people. This isn't 2009. And I get it. You're trying to represent the party life of the 1920s in comparison to modern day party life, which is very similar, but just different type of music. Although I just felt like, why not just show it that way? I mean, it's not like, oh my god, they're playing 1920s music, we're just gonna leave now. Where's the Jay-Z song, man? Oh, I'm out of here. No one's gonna say that if you have some good characters and a well-told story. No one's just gonna leave the film because there's no Jay-Z song. I mean, come on, old sport, where's your authenticity? And the last real problem that I have with this film is the editing. The editing was so sloppy. Whoever edited this film doesn't know how to edit for shit. I mean, it is just sloppy. And another thing that's really sloppy is the syncing of the voices. Like, some scenes, their mouth will be moving, but that's not the words they're saying. And I noticed that throughout the film. I was like, that is terrible. Who's the person that's supposed to be watching this? Fire that person. But overall, although this film has its fair share of problems, I thoroughly enjoyed The Great Gatsby, especially the last third of this film. I loved every second of the last third of this film. It has some great acting. I really related to the character of Gatsby. It got some awesome visuals, although it kind of detracted from the story a little bit. And the story was very interesting, and that's why I'm going to give this film a 4 out of 5 stars. I definitely think it's worth watching. If you want to go see it, you don't have to see it in 3D. I don't recommend you seeing it in 3D, but I do recommend you go check it out. But anyway, old sport, what did you think of the movie? Did you like it, or did you find it very snob and pretentious and you didn't like it at all? Make sure you comment below, let me know. And also, guys, my first ever short film, Dueling with the Past, is right here, so make sure you click this link, go check out that video. I would like to know what you guys think. I made it especially for you guys, my subscribers. So let me know what you think of my short film, and until then, hit that subscribe button. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the Black Critic Guy. Like this video if you really enjoyed it, and I'm Tony Watley II from the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube.